Hello again, everyone. I'm Nate Keene, and welcome to the Mortgage Podcast. Those of you who live in the New York metropolitan area are well aware of Senator Chuck Schumer. If you watch the news on Sunday nights, Senator Schumer is always holding a press conference. It's a brilliant idea. He knows that Sunday is a slow news day, and Sunday press conferences will always get him a primetime spot on that evening's local newscasts. One recent Schumer Sunday press conference introduced us to a gentleman who had taken an option R mortgage loan. This is the type of loan we discussed on the podcast last December, where the person who takes out the loan has the choice of paying any of 4 payments in the coupon book, including a low start rate that is usually about 1 or 2%. This particular gentleman who took the loan obviously did not understand how the loan works and how the deferred interest on any payment less than the interest-only payment is added to the balance. I also saw a similar story in the New York Daily News about a young couple that bought a house with no money down and then were alarmed to find out 2 years later that the rate was adjusting. CNN ran a similar story about a woman who thought she was getting a fixed loan with $20,000 back, but at closing she found out she was getting $2,000 and the loan wasn't adjustable. Now, a skeptic might say that these people signed papers at closing and should know what they got themselves into. However, in reality, there are 2 elements that are very important when it comes to a mortgage transaction. The first one is open communication. It is up to the mortgage broker to explain how a loan works so a customer doesn't go to a closing blindly signing documents. I also don't understand why people don't just get up and leave if the documents at closing don't match the original offer. I thoroughly review all the documents all through the process with my clients so that way there are never any surprises, because if there are, the consumer always has the right to get up and walk out. But in times like these, when we hear a lot of these stories in the news, there is another aspect that is more important when picking a mortgage broker: trust. If you're having an operation, you have to trust your doctor that this is the right thing to do. Otherwise, you are not going to let him cut you open. It's the same with a mortgage. You as a consumer have to trust that the broker is looking out for your own well-being, and that if you are taking a loan, that you trust that he will explain to you exactly how it works, so that the loan program you are presented with at the beginning is exactly what you ended up with at closing. For more information, feel free to give us a call, toll-free at 800-991-9575. That's toll-free 800-991-9575. I'm extension 202. For the Mortgage Podcast, I'm Nate Keene.